And thank you all for being here and celebrating the vibe that is very cool in downtown Medicine Hat. We have some really cool things coming up straight ahead here. First, I'd like to introduce our piper, John McIntyre, to bring in our special guest today.
Good afternoon. My name is Wayne Lust. I'm the chair of the Heritage Resources Working Group. One of our jobs in this city is to seek out heritage, and then we always try to secure it and keep it safe over the years, and that's one of the things we're here to do today. At this time, I would like to introduce Her Worship, Mayor Lindsay Clark.
I am still very much not used to that. Thank you very much and good afternoon. On behalf of Medicine Hat City Council, I want to thank you for joining me here today as we designate the cenotaph as a historical resource. As much as it's a duty for us as a council to look to the future, it's also a duty to look to the past and respect where we have come from and how we got to where we are today. This monument, fundraised by the citizens of Medicine Hat, was a tribute to all who had lost their lives for our freedom and the freedom of others around the world. Although in 1922, the hope was that there would be no more war, throughout the years, tragically, more names have been added. Those very people who were the catalyst for the creation of this monument could not have imagined what a significant part of our local culture and landscape it would become. This monument and this park have been a gathering place and a place of reverence for our community for the past 100 years. And with this historical designation, we can ensure that it continues to be well into the future. I am so pleased that our council voted unanimously to preserve this sacred space. And I'm also very grateful for the hard work of the Heritage Resource Committee and city staff, including just a quick shout out to the Public Services Group and the City Solicitor's Department for making this possible. And I also want to thank community groups such as the Royal Canadian Legion, veterans groups, and friends and families of those whose names are etched into the stone for keeping the memory of all who are honored here alive, and for reminding us why monuments like this one are so important. Thank you.
Right. Thank you very much, Mayor Clark. We'd now like to introduce Carol Ritchie, great-granddaughter of sculptor Albert Hart, who's going to tell us a little bit about the sculptor.
Thank you. Albert James Hart was born in Bruce County, Ontario in 1878, the third of eight children. His parents, John and Fanny Hart, wanted better opportunities for themselves and their children, and they knew that that existed if they came west. So they moved to Brandon, where Fanny already had some family. Tragically, when Albert was 14, his father was caught in a blinding snowstorm, and he never fully recovered. He passed away from pneumonia a few weeks later, leaving Fanny alone to raise the children. Now, Albert, at the age of 17, had found work as an apprentice marble cutter for Drysdale Company in Brandon. And at age 21, he was very fortunate to have found a vocation to expose his talent because at age 21, he carved this life-size bust of Queen Victoria. By age 23, he married, and over the next 5 years, they produced 3 children, Albert, Eva, and Reginald. At the same time, they were also providing room and board to new immigrants, saving for the time when they could own their own business. And that's exactly what he did. In 1906, he established Marble and Granite Works in Calgary. Over time, as his reputation and business expanded, it became known as Albert J. Hart Marble and Granite Works, and then eventually Hart Memorials. Albert had great business savvy. He locating his business on a highly visible corner lot across from the Stampede grounds. He had 2 indispensable employees, Donald Bishop and Aubrey Haycock, and he also produced a series of high-quality photo catalogs which he lent out to his customers. He bought his stone in bulk, filling entire boxcars, and his supplier, Mr. Eastman of Hamilton, the largest supplier of marble and granite in Canada, had these words to say to him in a letter. "I may say your stock is the best assorted in your province, and you are now carrying more granite monuments than all the other yards I saw in Alberta combined. Your success has meant a lot of hard work, depriving yourselves of many things you would have liked, but surely the result is worth it. It is not often you find a dealer with an artistic taste who has made a financial success, but in your case, the good taste you have displayed and the good attention you have given your work has won for you a place in the first rank of the best in your line. This, added to the strict attention and untiring energies of your good wife, has certainly been a great help to you in securing the place you now hold in the trade." Now, it seems that Jenny's untiring energies helped in producing 2 more sons, Elvin and Gordon, both born during the war. In peacetime, once again, Albert was commissioned by the Great War Next of Kin Association in Medicine Hat to create and erect this fine monument. I believe that he was paid $4,000 for his work. According to family lore, Reg, his son, was 15 at the time, stood as his model. This commission provided a defining moment in Albert's career, as from this point forward, Albert advertised himself as a monumental sculptor. He also received commissions for 2 similar monuments in Lacombe and Nanton. Albert and Jenny's children each carved out their own paths, with my grandmother, Eva Bamber, being the only one who remained in the province. Sadly, his wife Jenny passed away in 1935, though Albert eventually remarried. His business operated well into the 1950s. Albert passed away in 1957 at the age of 79. He rests beside Jenny at Burnsland Cemetery in Calgary, and etched on the gravestone are the words, "Rock of Ages, cleft for me." How pleased he would be to know that a century later, people still gather to honor and remember our veterans around his sculptures, and to see how his work has endured as resplendent as if new. How pleased I am to share his story and bear witness to his legacy.
Thank you so much, Carol. Now I'd like to call on Sheila Donner from the Legion to speak about the importance of the cenotaph as a community gathering place during Remembrance Day ceremonies.
Thank you for the opportunity to be part of the designation of our cenotaph here in Veterans Memorial Park as a municipal historical resource. This cenotaph is a special focal point in Medicine Hat, representing our veterans past and present. It has become a symbol of sacrifice and remembrance. We must never forget the sacrifices made by so many of our veterans over the years. They made the sacrifice to keep our country safe and protect our freedom. The Royal Canadian Legion's mandate is to keep remembrance alive. This cenotaph has become a gathering point and symbol of our veterans. Every November 11th, the Legion organizes Remembrance Day, and the community of Medicine Hat comes together to honor all our veterans, past and serving. We will always remember them, lest we forget.
Thank you very much, Sheila. And we've come to the point in the ceremony where we have a bronze plaque that's going to be unveiled by our mayor and our local veterans.
You guys are stabilizing? You want to pull it up?
No, I think
We were going to come around back, but
I'll come and help.
sorry.
Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
That's really nice.
All right, thank you very much to everybody who participated in that ceremony. Thank you very much. All right, we're going to move along with more on the Together Again, this portion of our day. And this is the portion of the day that's an opportunity to get to better know our neighbors, to offer congratulations, and to celebrate our vibrant community. We'd like to recognize some special guests that are going to be joining us here today to help us welcome many new Canadians. Our MP, Mr. Glenn Motz. I believe Glenn is here. Come on up, Glenn. Elder Charlie, who I believe is over to my left. We'll be hearing from Charlie in just a little bit. Thank you. We have some members of the Maiwasan Friendship Center and Samus Immigration Service Association members as well. In the last 12 months, Samus Immigration has met clients from countries such as Cambodia, Ukraine, Syria, Philippines, Congo, Kenya, Iran, Pakistan, India, Somalia, Sudan, Thailand, and Jordan. We celebrate the new Canadian members of our community, but it is also important that we acknowledge the many First Nations, Métis, and Inuit who have lived and cared for these lands for generations before Canada was founded in 1867. And we're grateful for the traditional knowledge keepers and elders who are still with us today, as well as those who have gone before us. Together as a community, we walk the path of reconciliation. With that in mind, we'd like to read the city statement. The City of Medicine Hat acknowledges that we live and work on the traditional territory of Indigenous and Métis people. The city pays respect to their past, present, and future, while recognizing and respecting their cultural heritage, beliefs, and relationships to the land. I'm going to bring up Elder Charlie to talk here in just a quick second. He's a member of the Blood Tribe, Kainai, the Sacred Horn Society, and in his early days with the Hedris and Magpie Societies. He was mentored by the late Dan Weasel Moccasin and drummed with him in medicine pipe bundle openings for 12 years. His interest in the arts began at an early age when he cut paper horses and whittled and carved different animals out of wood. He's instrumental in sharing his culture with all people and has been the coordinator of the Kainai Chieftainship inductions since 1978, an exclusive 40-member organization of honorary chiefs and selected by the leaders of the Blood Tribe since 1919. He's a descendant of the medicine, herbalist, and warrior Bearcap. On his maternal side, his grandfather, Charlie Pantherbone, whose father was Rainy Chief, a fierce warrior and leader of his time. His work is based on his rich culture and heritage, which inspires him to share with the world. So please give a warm welcome to Elder Charlie Fox.
Okay, hello, I greet everybody here today. Wow, just a really beautiful day to be here. And I get the call from Candace a few weeks ago, and I was already packing back then, so I don't waste any time traveling to Medicine Hat, this beautiful city. I just want to say, that the reception that I've had here, and the people, has just been absolutely enormous, and I can't say enough about it. And I've also been helping with the Meewasin Center and the College of Medicine Hat. Today, it is a great honor for me to be here to share my culture. And I wear this beautiful headdress and the beaded work, that's some of our traditions, Most of our people here in Turtle Island dress like this, and the beadwork and the different designs, go to tell who they are, and my brothers to the north, there's some, them are here today, and they have the beautiful floral designs, in our case, the Blackfeet have these geometric designs, but it varies, and the diversity is just so enormous, the beautiful customs that we have, and in our ways, and so I'm here to share briefly with some of these things, and on the 22nd of September, we'll be helping to name the Indigenous Learning Center there at the College of Medicine Hat. And there we'll be doing a capturing dance and then naming the building at that time. So it's just going to be a great honor for me to do that as well. So, back in the day, I'm just so grateful, that we've and it's come a long ways too as well, when we hear the land acknowledgement at the Grey Cup game or at the hockey games, and it just makes my heart soar, And so to be able to walk hand in hand, and with everything that we do, to share this beautiful land is what it's all about. So today I'll be saying a short prayer in my language, and of course it's Blackfeet, and if our prayers, are primarily, to give thanks, especially for things that we take for granted, the water that we drink, the air that we breathe, the gifts from Mother Earth, so those are beautiful gifts, and we give thanks for that, and for the people, our families and friends, and the elders. And I'll be asking the Creator to give us another day like this, and a year from now, and then for us to see the first snowfall as well, so we're asking for blessings for all of us. Anya. Ayo na pi na tusi. Ai no tsikmatsi pinana Christikoy kitkok pinani. Oh, can man sit so because tikben Christikoy. Ana kan soka piwak. Ani, it's it ba pinani. Ayo na pi na tusi kimma pi pitak. Ano mich genau to tatsi mi o kyamuksi istatista tuaksi tauch katsiksi. Hai spommo sawak. Kimma to sawak. Hai no kita to kaman stamas na kita suruga pe kuimkak. Anak matok kui wa kai kimma pi distipad pi no kita ta poita. Okay, stipad pi o panika kana suka pi ni sita pa ka pinnan. Inu tsikmatsi pinnan. Hanik ohki tässä matupinnan. Hanik tässä siitä matupinnan. Kenik niitä povatupinnan ksahkummi da piaki. Ano kan sta pena sa kaisti päädä piopi. Aroki toutsim spanista papiikak. Tikokseni tsipando. No kan sta pää inästötyi pendoma. Saamsinikak. Ane no kan sta pohsiskwa annum utapisina. Ni stoatsimani. Säätä piisni. Kamuttani. I just want to make mention too that back in 1919, the then chief shot both sides of the Kainai Nation, saw Edward III, he was visiting the Kainai Nation at that time. And while he was there, he was dressed in his uniform. And this individual was Prince Charles's uncle. So shot both sides asked why he was dressed in that fashion, and they told him that he was a soldier. So after other information, the chief shot both sides, said, well, this individual here is like a warrior, like the rest of our warriors in the past, So we're going to honor him with a beautiful headdress and a ceremony and make him an honorary chief of the blood tribe. So that's when he got a beautiful headdress and the name Mikeisto, which is Red Crow, one of our fierce leaders back in the day in the signature to the Treaty 7. So he received that name, and over the years, the Kainai chieftainship has been very, very helpful to our community. The people that have been selected to sit on the Kainai chieftainship are the likes of David Suzuki. And in 1977, Prince Charles was inducted to the Kainai chieftainship at a ceremony at our Sundance. And so he also received the name Mikeisto, Red Crow, like his uncle. So just a little bit of history of the things our tribe does to honor people like that. We also have veterans, not only from the blood tribe, but from Siksika, Pikani, and elsewhere, These veterans fought for this land too as well. And I have the deepest respect and honor of the veterans of today and the soldiers, that protect our freedom. I take my hat off to them at any day, and it's just a great honor that I have for them, and just to be a part of this celebration today is a great honor for me as well. So thank you and enjoy your day.
Thanks, Charlie. Thank you, Elder Charlie. Always such wise words. Thank you. I'd now like to call upon our local MP, Mr. Glenn Motz, to say a few words. Whichever one you like. Okay, thought that might be too short for you.
Sure, we'll make it work. Good afternoon, everyone. It's great to be here, and thank you very much for the invitation. I'd like to begin this evening or this afternoon by taking a moment to honor Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. She was our sovereign for almost half of the entire life of our existence of our country. She exhibited the virtues we cherish most: dignity, civility, humility, candor, and above all else, service. Will you join me, please, in a moment of silence as we honor the Queen's memory? Thank you. The Queen's strength is also our strength, the strengths of a country that we call home. And this afternoon, I'd like to acknowledge those of you who have arrived in Canada over the last few years. Thank you for choosing Canada as your new home. Thank you for filling the gaps in our labor force and investing in our economies. And thank you for volunteering and for making Canada a better place because you are here. I would also like to take a moment to acknowledge and honor those individuals who have come to Canada and became Canadian citizens over the last couple of years, choosing to call our country your permanent home. For many of you, becoming a Canadian citizen has been a long-held dream, one that began in a homeland far away and was achieved after expending a lot of courage, overcoming unimaginable hurdles, as well as enduring long delays. For others, your citizenship came as a formality after decades of living the good life we share as Canadians. Throughout the last few years, Canada has held over 100,000 virtual citizen oath ceremonies. And today as we celebrate being together again, I want to acknowledge those of you who have taken that oath to become Canadian citizens, that you are now citizens of this country. Now, if you're here and if you become a citizen in the last couple of years, some of you are all standing already. Can you please just raise your hand if you've become a Canadian citizen in this country in the last number of years? Awesome. Can you just give them a round of applause? Welcome to Canada. Your story is unique, but it's the combination of all of our narratives that make and have created Canada a beautiful Canadian tapestry. We are bonded together as Canadians and neighbors with shared rights, shared responsibilities associated with being a citizen of this great country. Endless possibilities can be your reality. Thank you to the organizers of today's activities for reminding us that not only the rich diversity that we all celebrate, but also how united we truly can be as Canadians. On behalf of my colleagues in Ottawa, as well as the constituents of Medicine Hat, Cardston Warner, it's a privilege to celebrate being together again. Thank you.
Thank you very much, MP Motts. Now we'd like to welcome back Her Worship Mayor Lindsay Clark. You were gone for so long, I missed you.
It's me again. It is such a great honor to be here as part of welcoming all of you to your new home. The vast cultural landscape in Canada is part of what makes Canada such a great place to live. Everything from the food we eat to work we do is impacted in some way by the ideas brought here from people just like you. The multicultural tapestry we all enjoy as Canadians keeps us entrepreneurial, forward-thinking, and fresh with the idea that in Canada, anything is possible.
Hi guys, I'm from Syria. I came to Canada 2016, February. First time I came to Canada, so difficult for me. I see new people, new religion. The Samis immigration helped me a lot. You have more people here help me because my mother language is Kurdish. I'm from Syria. You have one guy in here, his name Dennis. He helped me a lot. Thank you for the Dennis. First time I don't speak English. I came to Canada. I don't have writing, reading, no Arabic, no Kurdish. Just I start in Canada and here. The Samis immigration helped me for the English writing, reading. Thank you.
Thank you. Now I'd like to call to the stage Faryal Muslim. I don't know. I'll try one more time. Faryal Muslim. Not here to share the story today? Okay. Okay, I'll ask for Ahmad Albagarat to come to the stage. Thank you, Ahmad. Center mic's all yours. Thank you. Yeah.
Hello everyone, my name is Ahmad Al-Barakat. I came to Canada 2019 in January. This month very cold. Yeah, I like Medicine Hat because a small city. I go anywhere just 15 minutes. Thank you, my teachers, teaching me English. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much. And we'd like to call up William Ajin Jarang. That's the sharpest seat of the day.
Thank you.
Senator Mike, yours.
Hello to everyone. I'm very happy to be part of this event. My name is William Ajang Garang. I came from Africa in 2018, June 27. That is the time I came with my family. That is my beautiful wife, Sikola Koi. Yeah, we were blessed with 4 kids. We have 3 girls, 1 boy. I got a citizenship last month. I'm a Canadian citizen right now. For the first time, I'm saying thank you to my MP, my mayor, and the gathering. What I want to say is this. The government of Canada is doing a lot of things for the vulnerable people like we. Now, my life and my family life is better than the life of the people I left behind where I came from. I'm requesting the government of Canada and here in Medicine Hat too, to do this way they were welcome us here. I urge you to help the people who are living in a refugee camp on the world to see their life the way we are seeing now. For the last, I'm sincerely thank you to Samis Migration. If they are not helping me, I cannot speak the way I'm talking now. They show me where I start my life. I feel by myself now my life is better. I'm now in Medicine Hat College, upgrading. I'm taking now English 30, Dutch 2, and Science 10. That is what I'm taking now. And that thing I require from Samis Migration. If Samis Migration cannot teach me how the way Canadians do things, I think that I mess up my life. But now I follow my life. I'm saying thank you, and I'm really happy to be part of this event. Seeing in when I born, I don't talk on the gathering people. I'm very happy, and I feel that I'm both. Thank you.
Thank you very much, William. And I told William when he was coming up the stage, I'm like, that's the best darn looking suit of the whole day. I love it. Good stuff. And big thank you and welcome to all of our new Canadians. So happy to have you here today and celebrating together again with us. We'd also like to thank, of course, our MP, Glenn Motz, also Elder Charlie Fox, and Mayor Clark as well. Thank you all for being a part of today's ceremony. Much appreciated. Okay, we'll move along to the next part of our presentation to tell us a little bit about an exciting new piece that if you've been by the Esplanade and seen the exterior, there's something very cool going on there to commemorate our community's perseverance through the coronavirus and in conjunction with the Together Again event. Please welcome to the stage the Esplanade's Curator of Exhibitions and Collection, Xanthi Isbister, and contributing local artist, Kat Valenzuela. Oh, hi. You guys snuck up on me. Senator Mike's all yours.
Hello, everyone. It's so lovely to be out here today to see all of your beautiful faces. Can you hear me okay? And I want to begin by saying how honored I am to have heard the 3 stories of the recent Canadians, our new community members and their families, who came up here to share their experience. It's just lovely to hear it, and welcome to Medicine Hat. It's wonderful to have you here. So today I get the privilege of speaking to you about a new project that's in conjunction with the Together Again Festival that has been federally funded, coordinated by our Community Development Department with the City of Medicine Hat, community generated, as well as in conjunction with a very special person, a local artist, Kat Venezuela. So behind me are examples. Can you all see them, or are you too far away? You can come on up closer if you like. But these banners behind me give small examples of a new project that's on the exterior of the Esplanade. It's on 4th Avenue and 2nd Street, and there's 140 portraits that were taken by Kat Venezuela over the last few months in celebration of the Together Again Festival and coming together and once again kind of that we made it through COVID. And she did this through the summer by going to Canada Day festivals, different events that took place throughout our city, and also just walking around and taking impromptu portraits of our community members. So I would like to give the floor to her so she can tell you her personal experience from this project. And I want to thank you, Kat. I'll give a bit of a bio. So Kat Venezuela is a mother to 2 amazing children. She has a full-time career. She has an artistic career, which she's a ceramic artist as well as a photographer. And I've been following her career for many years, and I was honored to work with her through this project and feel that her photographs capture each individual person's, community members' unique beauty, and it's really turned out lovely, Kat. So congratulations to you and to everyone that participated. So Kat, would you like to come up here and you can say a few words about what transpired with the project and how she felt with it?
So the projects came at a perfect time for me because they say it only takes 21 days to create a habit. And I was in the habit of staying at home through lockdown. And so I wasn't getting out too much. And this project was a perfect thing because when I had to go out and actually approach complete strangers in our neighborhood and ask to take their pictures. So it was a good thing to help me break that and get out and see everything. One of the things as a photographer, if you go out to take pictures of birds, you actually really notice a lot of birds. And because I was going out to take photos of people, I began to really see the diversity and the uniqueness in our community. So on a day-to-day basis, I would see people going about going banking or working or celebrating, and it was just fantastic to see what the City of Medicine Hat and our beautiful community we have here. I also was really lucky because my daughter actually joined me in a lot of our outings. And as we were taking pictures, we were invited even a dinner by a Muslim family that was down at the park. They shared the family dinner with us, which was wonderful. We met people who told us they had a honeybee farm on top of their roof. We met people who also were business owners and barbers, and we even met Spider-Man. We met so many people. It was a fantastic experience to get out and meet people. I would say, though, that my toughest subject was teenagers, because I had to get I had to get a model release form signed, and if you were under 18, and I had to have their parents or their guardian sign it. So I would go up and approach teens, and I'd ask if they were 18 or older, and if they weren't, I asked them if their parents were around. And my daughter clearly stated to me that kind of seemed a little creepy, that she would talk to the teens and I could take the pictures. So it was like another good reason she came out with me. So I just really wanted to thank everybody. As you can see here, all the people who participated. I want to thank them for allowing me to take their photos, because I know it's often a lot easier to be behind the camera than in front. So I appreciate that. And thank you for Santhi for all of her hard work, and everybody who has made this happen. It wasn't that long ago when I drove down town here and it was completely deserted and there wasn't anyone here because we were in lockdown. So it's so nice to be able to gather again, because people really need to be together. So thank you for everybody, and enjoy the rest of your evening. Thanks.
All right. Thank you, gals. Much appreciated. If you have not been down to the Esplanade, please do. It's an absolutely great looking update of the building, and it looks absolutely fantastic. So thank you very much to Santhi and Kat for telling us about it today, and I do encourage you to go have a look at it. Big thank you as well to everybody that contributed to these particular part of the ceremonies today during our Together Again celebration. And we